still highlighting textbooks and reading the same page 10 times. That's not studying, that's mental torture with extra steps. Let me guess. You sit for hours, eyes glued to the screen or textbook, hoping something sticks. But your brain is like, nope, try again. Well, it's not your fault. You were taught to study the wrong way. Today, I'll show you how to study smarter, not longer, and how to remember more by doing less. Let us break the rules of traditional studying and rebuild your brain as learning system from scratch. Think of your brain like a gym. Reading something passively is like standing in a gym watching someone else lift weights. You might see how it's done, but you're not getting stronger. Active recall is when you step up and lift those weights yourself. It's when your brain actually works to retrieve the answer, not just recognize it. Metaphor: imagine trying to learn to fight by watching 1,000 martial arts movies. Sounds fun? But when it's your turn to step into the ring, you'll freeze. Active recall puts you in the ring. It's messy at first, but that's how you build real skill. How to do it: after reading a page, close the book and try to recall what you just learned. Write it down or say it out loud. No peeking. It's uncomfortable. That's why it works. This one feels strange. Forgetting is part of the learning process. Your brain isn't a hard drive. It doesn't store things just because you saw them once. It stores what you revisit at the right time. Metaphor: imagine trying to carry water in your hands. It leaks through your fingers. Now imagine freezing the water first. Solid, easy to carry. That's spaced repetition. You freeze knowledge by revisiting it just before you forget it. The key is timing. Review the material too soon and it's a waste. Wait too long and you've already lost it. But hit that sweet spot. And the memory locks in. How to do it: use apps like Anki, Notion, or even old school flashcards. Schedule your reviews. 1 day later, 3 days later, a week later. You're not just reviewing, you're reinforcing. You don't truly know something unless you can teach it simply. Metaphor: imagine explaining the concept of gravity to a 5-year-old. You can't use equations or fancy words. You have to strip it down to what matters. That's the point of the Feynman Technique. To force clarity, to remove the fluff and see what you really understand. How to do it: pick a topic you've just learned. Try to explain it as if you're teaching a child. If you get stuck, go back, relearn that part. Repeat until your explanation is smooth and simple. This technique isn't just a test, it's a transformation. It rewires how you understand the material. Pro tip: write your explanation in a notebook or say it aloud. If it feels clunky, it means you're still learning. That's good. Keep going. Studying for hours without a break is like trying to sprint through an entire marathon. You might start strong, but you'll crash hard. The Pomodoro technique flips that. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Repeat 4 times, then take a longer break. Metaphor: think of your brain like a sprinter, not a marathon runner. Short bursts, high intensity, regular rest. It keeps you sharp, it builds rhythm, and it prevents burnout. This isn't just about focus, it's about pacing. Anyone can commit to 25 minutes. Once you start, the momentum pulls you forward. How to apply: use a simple timer or apps like Focus To Do or Forest. No distractions, no multitasking. When you're in the 25-minute zone, you're in deep focus mode. Silent reading feels safe, familiar, but it's weak. Speaking out loud activates more of your brain, your voice, your hearing, your muscles. You're not just seeing the information, you're processing it on multiple levels. Metaphor: watching a movie on mute might show you the action, but you miss the emotion, the context, the story. Studying silently is the same. You miss the full experience. When you study out loud, you're forced to slow down, to clarify, to connect. How to use this: explain concepts to yourself in front of a mirror. Read definitions or summaries out loud. Record voice notes and listen to them later. Yes, it feels weird, but weird works. The more senses you engage, the deeper the learning. Most people block study. One topic, one subject, one skill, again and again. That feels productive, but it's deceptive. It creates illusion of mastery. Interleaving breaks the pattern. Instead of studying one topic for an hour, you switch between related but different topics. History, then math, then biology. You rotate. You challenge your brain to shift gears. Metaphor. Imagine a boxer who only trains by hitting the same punch over and over. Sure, that one punch looks great until the fight begins. Then they fall apart. Interleaving trains flexibility, not just repetition. Your brain learns how to choose the right strategy, not just recall the last answer. How to use it. Mix subjects in one study session. Rotate problem types instead of repeating the same ones. Break routines with subject switching blocks. It's harder, but it's smarter. That's the point. So here's the deal. Studying shouldn't feel like drowning. If you're using the old school methods, you're fighting your own brain. Use these techniques, and you'll finally stop studying more and start learning better. If this helped you, imagine what else we're dropping here. Hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video with your study group. Let's make smarter the new normal.